Okay, so we're going to give this a shot with the live stream here on YouTube. It's currently 4:15 p.m. and what I want to show is the latest surface data. And as you can see, the warm air is starting to win the fight right along the New Jersey coast. We're seeing that warmer air push in, and as a result, the precipitation is developing over the region, is slowly changing over to sleet and freezing rain and eventually rain. Now, we have a lot of cold air to still deal with, which is why we're going to continue to deal with freezing rain and sleet this evening. And I'm very concerned about much of eastern Pennsylvania and northwestern New Jersey with that respect. But the fact of the matter is that the air mass is warming gradually, but it is doing so. And when we take a look at, let's see here, let me zoom in here at 125 millibars. And we're going to zoom out a little bit here. Okay. And you can clearly see at 925 millibars, very strong warm air advection. And this is the first sign here down in Cape May, New Jersey, of that warm air winning the fight. And that warm air is basically overwhelming the cold air at an impressive rate. I mean, considering this, yesterday it was like 6 degrees out. And now finally, we're talking about rain. So this is pretty impressive, strong warm air transport. And of course, with that, you can see there's a heck of a thermal gradient here, and that's where you're going to get your heavier precipitation, which we're starting to see right now over portions of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Now, with that being the case, you're probably going to see some breakup in the radar. As you can see here, some breaks are showing up here. But for the most part, I think this is all going to fill in because of the strong isotropic lifting that is developing throughout the region. At 850 millibars, you can see this process continuing even more so. And just waiting for it to change over here. There we are. Okay, so at 850 millibars, it's not as warm yet. Look for this to change. In fact, as we head towards the evening, you're going to see the 850 millibar temperatures skyrocket. And the reason why, and let's zoom out here real fast. Let's see, change the sector. And boom. Okay, so we have our storm that's developing back here. Okay, and what we're going to see, and here's all the heavy precipitation with the low pressure system, which is way back here. So I'm going to take off the radar. What we're going to see is that this low pressure system is going to intensify and lift up towards the Ohio River Valley and the eastern Great Lakes. And with that, all that warm air. And so we're going to see that at 850 millibars and at 925 millibars, that very strong warm air transport just dominate the entire region. And that is why we're going to see that change over to snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain. So really, I mean, at this point right now, we're not really seeing anything that would change the forecast. I know there's some ideas floating around like, oh, we might see a colder forecast out of this. But when I'm taking a look at the water vapor satellite picture, and we'll refresh this real fast, you can see this right from the National Weather Service. Our high pressure system is off the coast. It's not north of Quebec here. That's just a little weak area of high pressure just in the valley, some sticking cold air. That won't change your forecast. This high pressure system off the coast will dominate that warm air transport. This low pressure system at 1023 millibars is not going to change your forecast. If this was reversed, if a 1007 millibar low was here and the 1023 millibar low was here, then yeah, this would be a colder storm because the primary low pressure system will be along the coast. That's not the case. This is just a little weak wave. It's insignificant to this forecast. What is significant is the high pressure off the coast and this low pressure system, the primary low pressure system, lifting north. So pretty much all the factors are coming together. If we take a look at our weather tap radar, you can see the warm air winning the fight, rain changing over southern New Jersey, and ice starting to push northward. And you can see that steady, moderate snowfall. And when we go back westward, you can see that heavier precipitation extend westward and change out into a different radar. You can see the intensity of the precipitation lift northward. But the overall theme here at 4 p.m. is the warm air is winning the fight. Now, let me be very clear here. And let me jump to the forecast here real fast. We'll bring this in here. Okay, this is the going forecast. Let me be very clear for everyone to the west of I-95. This is going to be an icy mess for you this evening on through tomorrow morning. And I say on through tomorrow morning because even though the air temperatures are going to be above freezing, the surface temperatures at the road surface temperatures, they're going to be freezing cold still. So there's still going to be the threat for ice into tomorrow morning, even though the temperatures may be in the 40s. So this is just going to be an absolute mess over eastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. Okay, so definitely take your time when traveling tonight and for tomorrow. Stating that, as we go on, we should see, we're definitely going to go over an inch here in portions of southern New Jersey, but not by much, okay? So let's say that 1 to 2 inch line drops a little bit further south. But we've already gone to rain in southern New Jersey, and that is heading up the coast. A trace to about 0.05 of an inch of ice is expected in the major metro areas. And remember, that's because you have concrete and you're able to warm that concrete faster, and you got subways and so on and so forth. So that's going to be able to warm up faster above freezing. As you head north and west of the cities, like I said, it's just going to be an absolute mess. So just, if you can stay indoors, please do so. If you have a chance to stay home tomorrow morning, or at least have a delay as far as your travels until 8-9 a.m., I would suggest doing so. If not, please take your time. It's better to get there late than not get there at all. And I think we're looking at a major ice storm here setting up over eastern Pennsylvania. Up to a 0.5 inch of ice is possible from Scranton down to Lancaster over to York, and so on and so forth. So we'll keep an eye on this storm. I'll have updates throughout the evening, and we'll test out this live coverage, see how it works out as we move forward. Thank you for following NYNJPA Weather, and as always, stay safe out there.